Welcome to the channel, everybody. Today's video is going to be a recap on the first round for Women's Battle of the Barracks. We've had now the last game end tonight, so with that said, we're going to see as to how the women did, what were some of the more common tricks that were done, the ones that were done the least or have an opportunity to hopefully make a comeback into the next rounds, and just some highlights for what the games were able to give out. I did write down a list of each one of the games and all the tricks that were done and who did what. So also what you'll see on the screen is just some info on the games as far as how long they were and how I measured that is from the instant the first clip for the actual battle started, like for the first trick, all the way till the words skate were spelled on the screen. So for anybody that sees it, the length of the games and thinks, oh well, it says on YouTube it's a lot longer, I wanted to take away the rule reading and the post-game interview and just focus on the battle itself. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So for the first game, we had Lacey Baker versus Mariah Duran, which was a total of 2 minutes and 19 seconds long and 14 tricks long. So it was a really good game. I enjoyed it. It was definitely a good first game to start with, and Mariah on defense played really good. So unfortunately she has been eliminated. Game 2, Margie versus Adrian, which was 2 minutes 30 seconds long and 16 tricks long. Very surprising just how comfortable Margie looks on a board. It just looks very natural and just very casual to her, and it was a lot of fun to watch her skate. So this was very interesting battle because there are a lot of different tricks that I would not have expected her to pull out, and I really was hoping to see that late backflip heel flip, but unfortunately we'll have to wait for another game to be able to see that. Then we have the third game, which was Alexis versus Nika, which was 1 minute and 47 seconds long and 14 tricks long as well. I mean, Alexis, being a legend, is holding it down and is showing her place in skateboarding and just showing that she is a force to be reckoned with, and she did so very well with this game. And just the way that she pops her tricks, how high she gets, you know, is just incredible. I've watched her since Wonderful Horrible Life, and she's amazing, and she even to this day is great. Then we have Monica Torres versus Eliana Sosko, which is 1 minute and 36 seconds and 9 tricks long. Monica just coming out guns blazing with a lot of switch and nollie, and the nollie looked like she was more comfortable doing so that than even just like regular tricks. And with what I thought was going to be a comeback from Eliana, unfortunately the frontside flip kind of sealed the deal, and Monica was able to finally get the fakie tray to end the game. Then we had Jen Soto versus Candy Jacobs, which was an astounding 4 minutes and 10 seconds long and 23 tricks long. This one had quite a few of the leader changes from one to the other, and there were a couple of redemption tricks where it took a few tries for it to finally happen. Nonetheless, it was a very good game. Unfortunately, Jen was injured, but she played on defense very well, a lot better probably than she was even expecting. And a couple of tricks you can just see on her face where she was very just shocked it even was able to be landed for her. So really good game. And that one was T to T for a bit, which I like games that actually do get both people right to the end, and it's pretty much just a fight to the finish. Then you had Chelsea versus Christiana, which was 1 minute and 4 seconds long and 6 tricks long. The late shot was cool, and I mean for Christiana it was cool that she didn't really have to pull out any of the more difficult tricks for her. And what I mean by that is, for the next person that she's going to be playing, it's nice to not really, for her sake, she didn't really give out a lot of the hard tricks that she's able to do. So her opponent is not going to know what to expect of her when it comes to playing skate. So that's kind of a cool little secret for her to have to wait to pull out and use against her opponent. So that's a good little advantage for her. So, but yeah, other than that, let's just move on. Karen versus Marina, which was 2 minutes 52 seconds long and was 16 tricks long. So this one was, I mean, Marina came into it last second, and her skating is just, she has such a power to her skating, and especially the way that you can even not only hear the tricks just popping off, but you can hear the catches on a lot of the tricks, and they're done very proper. And I believe that she had to be the fan favorite to win, but Karen just came through with knowing that Marina's weakness is doing a lot of heel flip variations, switch and nollie, and unfortunately got the best of her and defeated her. But still a very, very close game. It was T to T for a moment until Karen sealed the deal. Then we had the final game tonight, which was Samaria versus Liv, which was 1 minute and 57 seconds long with 13 tricks in length. Now, this one, I could just tell Liv was very, very nervous. That's why even too on a couple of the tricks like the tray flip and the impossible, her foot stance was off a little bit, and just the way even she scooped the tray flip kind of looked wrong. So I could just tell there was a lot of nerves getting to her. But Samaria came through, and she came through very proper. A lot of her tricks just looked great, and had a good height on the tricks too. So missing the first kickflip, it's happened for people before, but this was definitely a very, very good game, and just the way that the tricks again were done just looked very proper and very stylish. Going into it, we have the tricks that were landed the most, and these are the half cab, which was 4 out of 4, pop shove it, which is 2 out of 2, backside 180, which is 2 out of 2, switch front 180, 2 out of 2, and the fakie big spin kickflip, which was 2 out of 2. And then we go into the tricks that were landed the most of the majority of the tricks that were done, meaning that some of them, there's 2 of them that were done in all 8 games, and then there were a few that were done in most of the games, leading to just the most quantity that was left up to the last maybe like 4 to 2 done per game, or done per series. So then we have the kickflip, which was 15 out of 16 landed, so that was featured in every single game, was a kickflip. Also in every single game was a nollie flip, and that's 12 out of 16 landed. Fakie flip is 13 out of 14 landed. Then we have the 360 flip, which was 11 of 14. The heel flip, which was 9 out of 10. Nollie heel flip, which was 9 out of 14. Switch heel flip, which is 5 out of 8. Backside big spin, which is 5 out of 6. Fakie 360 flip was 4 out of 6. Front shove it, 4 out of 6. Half cab heel flip was 3 out of 4. Varial kick flip, which was 3 out of 4. The hard flip was 3 out of 4, which is surprising to see. I loved seeing Karen actually answer Marina's call on that. Both did amazing hard flips. Varial heel flip was 3 out of 6. So for the tricks that were the least landed, and it's not that I didn't count any of the tricks, especially in the list you saw above, I didn't count any of the tricks that were lead changes. So for example, in Marina's game, she did 2 different backside big spins before the one that she landed. I didn't count those tricks that changed the leader at all. It's more of the tricks that just were landed. And so in this list as well, the tricks least landed, I counted just the ones that were landed or not able to be answered by the person on defense. And so this one, it starts off with the switch backside 180, which was 2 out of 4 landed. The nollie inward heel flip, which was 2 out of 4. The inward heel flip, which was 1 out of 2. All of them from here on out are going to be 1 out of 2, just to make it easy. The inward heel flip, the fakie varial flip, the kickflip pretzel, the late shove it, pressure hard flip, pressure inward heel flip, backside heel, switch front shove, the impossible, nollie varial heel flip, nollie backside heel flip, and nollie frontside heel flip. And so lastly, I just put on here just some honorable mentions. I tried to pick one trick from each one of the girls, but it was hard to kind of narrow it down just to one trick. There's a lot of them that were highlights to me. And again, this is just my personal opinion here. Everything else was actual facts by the game. This is all just my opinion for this list. Lacey's, I loved her very heel flip. The fact that it almost looked like she kind of caught it behind her and then brought it in front of her to where she can land right on top of it. I thought that was really cool. Mariah, obviously, inward heel flip was flawless, looked really, really good, and especially for being on defense and kind of being a Hail Mary, she pulled it out and was able to get a letter on Lacey, so that was awesome. Margie was a kickflip pretzel because I don't recall that actually happening in any of the Barracks games. There's been a couple of body varials done, but not an actual pretzel land, so that was really cool. Adrian, the nollie heel flip, just because it wasn't super high up in the air, it wasn't popped super high, but it just was done proper, and she was able to put Margie on the spot, even though Margie did land it real nose heavy. It was done really well. So Alexis, the switch flip, I mean, if you see it, you know why. It's caught beautifully, flicked great, and just was absolutely proper. I loved it. And Nika's was kickflip, just because she has a really chill, laid-back style, and you could just tell that it's natural for her. She's practiced that a lot, and a lot of her basic tricks also were just done very, very well. So this is one of them, and I really liked it. Monica's was the fakie 360 flip, because she just skates with a lot of power, and that trick you can tell was done with a lot of power. Eliana's was the hard flip, because again, I thought that was going to be the comeback trick. Jen's the fakie big spin kickflip, because she had seen Candy do it twice before she finally landed it, and it was a little tic-tacky, but it still counted. And then Jen just flawlessly does it without really trying, and it looked awesome. So it was hard between that and the nollie backside flip, because that I think even shocked Jen too because of her injury. I think she injured her left foot, so getting the flick of a nollie backside flip was pretty shocking. Candy's was nollie varial heel flip, just because it was done great. She caught it in the air. That's a trick you usually see kind of roll on the ground on the nose, but with her, she caught it in the air perfectly, and it looked great. Christiana was the late shove it, something that you can even hear Chelsea when she tried it is like, I don't even know how to do that, and so that was kind of a new trick for. It's not new to the barracks, but it's kind of just a new thing that was introduced to the women's one, that nothing late had been done, despite Margie trying to do a late heel flip. Chelsea, fake flip, because I'm not trying to be a hater or anything. I really didn't have much to choose from. She only landed one trick, and you know, it is what it is. Karen, I love the flick of her switch flip. It looked really, really good, and she just has a knack for nollie and switch tricks. So she's practiced them a lot, and they do look pretty proper. Marina, the hard flip, you can just hear the pop, you can hear the catch too, and she just skates just like Monica with a lot of power to her, and she's going to be a force to reckon with as her skating progresses and she gets older too. Also, two last honorable mentions is the varial heel flip ended 2 games, and nollie inward heel flip ended 2 games. So we've actually had 4 games where they shared an ender with another trick. That's the wrap up for this video on the Women's Battle of the Barracks. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like the content and want to see more, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification to be notified whenever a new video goes up. And also, if you like this video, leave a comment, and especially give it a like and a share if you can. It really does help out, and I love making content like this. I don't know if I'm going to make something like this again unless this blows up and people really do enjoy it in the comment section. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the games as much as a lot of the other people did, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.